All right, everybody. Okay, so good day. Today is September the 15th, Thursday, September the 15th, 2022. Your bearing is on the board. You do not have to write the question. It asks you to read the sentence and answer the question. I will be around in a little bit to check your responses. Something.
You can pronounce the word. You can pronounce the word.
Becky.
What?
Becky. I ain't doing anything.
Chill.
Who you posing?
Chill.
All right. So okay. All right. Thank you for letting me know. I heard you. All right. Volunteer to read the sentence. Donovan.
I ain't attempting, says he, to decry the celebrated moral aspect of parental affection. But we're dealing with humans, and it ain't human for anybody to give up $2,000 for that 40-pound chunk of freckled wildcat. Another word for the decry is A. Approves. B.
Can somebody help Donovan out? All right. It is C. Bad mouth, belittle. Let's look at your choices here. You have A. Approve. B. Compliments, and D. Favors. Those are all positive words. You have one negative word that stands out, and that's bad mouth and belittle. All right. So, all right. So I need somebody from this side of the class and somebody from this side of the class to pass out books. and get your Chromebooks out as well while we're waiting on the books to be passed out. So we have our vocabulary test tomorrow. So we are going to do a preview of our vocabulary words. Alright, so you will be grouped into two teams, day shift and night shift. Alright, the computer automatically generate y'all group. Alright, so I will allow y'all to tell me not quiz is. Okay.
Hey, y'all.
Alright, you should everybody should be joinpd.com. Joinpd.com. So what it's gonna ask you to do is gonna ask you to like draw out the vocabulary word.
This app gonna do us some good.
Waiting on 3 more students to join in. So it's gonna give you the vocabulary word and the definition. You have to either draw or write it out. Like if you write it out, you have to like give an example of the word in a sentence. And now my last class period, they were very creative with theirs. All right, there's a way that you can actually draw it out. So they were very creative with it. So I know you guys will be very creative with it too. You may also communicate with your partner once we clock in. So it's gonna show us on the screen who is your work partner, who are your work partners. All right, are y'all thumbs up if y'all good with y'all work crew?
I can't see.
I'm doing
All
mine.
right, so your
No, I'm
day crew, day shift group is Anaya and Donovan, Jariah and Jasmine, and Markevius and Zakivia. That's the day shift crew. Alright, your night shift crew is Mashaya, Kamaya, Kennedy, Desmond, Akivian, and Kenya. Y'all good with that?
Shuffle them out. Shuffle them out again.
Shuffle. Alright,
That's
so
alright.
okay, let's take a vote. Raise your hand if you want it to be shuffled.
Cause mine's all the way over there.
Alright, so majority say shuffle, so I'm gonna shuffle this again. Alright,
No, we shuffle it, shuffle it.
No. alright, last time we shuffling, alright.
Shuffle that on my head.
Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright, then I shuffle 3 times.
One more.
One more.
No, come on, you back. Okay.
Raise your hand if you wanna shuffle one last special time. 1,
No.
2, 3,
I hate all
4,
y'all.
5, 6. Raise your hand if you don't wanna shuffle. 1, 2,
That's
3.
2 people.
Last time, y'all, for real.
I'm slow, but I kill somebody, I got him. So I'm killing.
Oh, I got Kenny.
Oh,
Okay,
that's good.
I'm good.
I like
I'm good.
I'm not.
You are stuck with your day shift or night shift partner. Alright, let's play.
Come on, Kiwi. Yeah.
You could have just killed them.
What we do?
I'm feeling crying.
They say write an example.
Look at that.
If they ask you to write an example, use it in a sentence. Use the vocabulary word in a sentence. If it asks you to draw it, then actually be creative and draw it out. You can use the text.
Wait a minute, he got me on something. Oh, that's a drawing too.
Oh, y'all gotta draw. I gotta write.
I got to write too. I got to draw.
Hey, I don't want to see no sentences beginning in lowercase letters. Do not begin them sentences in lowercase letters.
But he don't want to see my point.
With your hands.
Find a way to talking
I'm
about
over look up perfect these words.
do a stick person, one person talking. Y'all got to use the brain too.
Hey, this one. Does it mean only one person can type and only one person can talk? But Shy, can you type?
Yeah.
Oh, I would say one person with 8.
I got a original.
They're going to be the ugly fast part.
No, I don't.
The rest I hate.
I don't know what it is.
Dog.
Smart kid, crazy.
So I nothing crazy. They just draw.
I don't know if we type something in one right. Is it not?
They play it very creative.
No.
Oh.
What do you mean? I just put mine down there. I just put mine down there.
You'll see.
I got a draw. Man, I keep you on you drawing.
What is it?
What's the matter to you?
My kids, what you doing? That man must be good.
Oh, you really can draw. I swear.
Okay.
Oh, I like the other
People,
draw.
Now what you doing?
It's a dog, son. Dang.
That ain't no dog.
It's a dog.
That's a box. Why everybody drawing dogs?
Man, there's a dog, son.
No, you can submit it. You can submit yours. I like it.
Hey, don't submit your drawing yet.
Well, I can't draw. Okay, I put the person in.
I had the typing part. You gonna have to draw.
Oh, I love this. I love this right here.
Oh, this
I
one.
love this.
This is what you like right here.
I like to picture. Never seen anything like it. Look at this.
All you can do.
I enjoy it. What last time you took it?
What it saying?
They say you six. Bro, let's do it. Let's restart this whole process.
Erase it.
And you got a problem with him?
Find another post and do
Why is he singing? You need to shut up.
Oh,
That's right. What are you calling?
I'm Sam with Record.
Well, let me try that job.
this and this
Right down at the bottom. Some say you are not certain.
you got to use
Oh, what is this?
Man, that was a dog.
What?
You don't like it, you will.
Tommy, look at this. What is this?
Dog.
Why you see what I'm drawing?
Because you ain't y'all partner.
Look like a woman.
All right, people. 5 more minutes. Give y'all 5 more minutes. Y'all have one term up there that y'all turn on. Day shift and night shift crew get to working. Day shift and night shift people get to working. I need some production, some good productions going on here. I need some good work. Let me see what work you got.
I can draw that.
What was I supposed to say?
Sidestep.
What is that?
Get the list.
Alright, what you drawing here?
It's not big over here. What the frick? Look at them.
Wait, now you calling it a dog?
Drawing.
I'm about to ship this.
Wait, hold on. Hold on.
That's the good one. Bro, I hate this. What's it called?
Hey,
Oh, you got to draw now?
What am I supposed to say? I can't say nothing negative.
hey.
So how you ready if I can't say anything negative?
That's
I thought you were something I gave you for that.
cold cream.
Why you can't just put
Draw
something?
Martin Luther King and a quote from his speech.
It's like you told you to be
Like I had a dream, that's one of his quotes. Just to draw Martin Luther King. He got an overhead, he got a good mustache, he got
Yeah, you should draw a book.
So this is man who's
That's
mad. That's a cat. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got the jaw.
I got to draw too.
I'm the jaw of stick man.
How do you erase one thing?
I got a quote.
I don't know what this is.
These are-
I got
know it can't see.
Dang, somebody do a
Why is
better
it erasing so slow? Why do you?
Tasty and loved by both adults and children. Okay, let's just come on. It looks good.
Can I turn it in without you?
Oh my gosh, Niall.
Can I say? What is that?
Okay, what are you drinking?
That's the same thing that you put.
I said the person takes out ice cream.
Read that.
Beat him up.
What is it?
Yeah, ain't better than mine.
What are you doing?
That's bad, drawer. Okay, leave me alone.
You are better drawing.
Now without a mouse?
Exactly, that's what I'm
Always
saying.
hard to draw. Bro, do you understand that?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Yeah, I'll ship it now. You ready?
Look at that. Read
I'm
that.
about to ship it.
What is being answered here?
You have to type your
You say good luck.
Type it.
What is that?
That's Tommy got it.
You said you would never support me? Why would you never support me?
No, we gotta do
Bro,
another
you
card.
literally not even supporting your own
we gotta
cause.
do another card, King.
Do we gotta beat him tonight? What you doing?
Okay, done.
He
I
said
don't know what that
he
means. Sight.
Look at them. They already got one.
Oh, what?
We got four.
Oh, they just.
We got four. They got one. This is the chicken top.
No.
This yours?
I hate
So I got one of the best.
you. Trying to shit.
I don't know.
What am I supposed to do right?
Some of the top.
Hey, legs.
Hey,
What
keep
am I
it on. You ain't gotta keep that. Do he gotta keep that? Miss Ruben, he gotta keep that.
This one really.
Oh, now I gotta draw.
Alright, two more minutes. 2 more minutes.
Thank you.
Quote as an example.
Put some slice on it.
Understand.
I have really.
It's like proving your point. You say something.
I don't know.
And my sentence was,
Oh,
I suspect that her dad was actually
Why you what?
So basically, this girl talking about his
You
dad.
waiting on me?
oh yes, sir.
I'm so sorry.
It's not.
No, I
I'm about to type it. I'm about to type.
Who wrote this?
Whoever wrote the job, don't know y'all history.
Draw.
Y'all don't know why y'all history.
Attention. Alright. FYI, it is I have a dream, not I had a dream. And it should be the I should be capitalized. Martin Luther King's speech is I have a dream and not I had a dream.
Whoever
So
wrote this,
if you type it in there, please correct it.
Sorry.
what's the I did not do my notes.
I love this.
So what you see?
Can you put more eyes on the Among Us character?
Click done.
Okay, you finished?
Well, can you put a gun in your head?
Yeah, and put a quotation.
Look at
Why are you doing this?
I'm trying to draw, but I
Yes.
We didn't just get on.
We won it 6-2 right now.
I'm
Y'all.
not even drawing.
Oh,
how you draw? Like what?
Okay.
Ooh.
What are you drawing?
You got a stick on it.
She good. Kept them last one, the one before that. I don't think Sus is fit for me.
Which is
How
unfortunate.
you doing?
I call boys and I got like how you drawing
Coach?
So,
Oh.
10,
and I, which word you got?
We could just write back right there.
I was
Or
You
back.
can't draw.
Okay, I'm done talking about.
I said the answer for the
Well, we got to win. We got 73. We got to beat the 10 first. Bro, nice. You cook the back thing. All you gotta do is cook the back and try.
my eyesight is blurry.
They can't cook the back. You know,
That's 3.
Now,
You for real.
and this is
still you need to hurry up.
I need to draw.
what is that?
Okay, okay.
Yeah. It's not this.
Say it's okay. It's okay. What the heck?
Man, this hurt my fine.
This is what she's trying to draw.
Don't submit them.
Three to 8. Come on.
Why would you submit?
He had to
I wouldn't even finish.
on her head. me.
8 to 3 is crazy.
Yeah, we whooping these boys. We definitely.
If you ain't on the night shift, you are out. Hey, that's how I'm
He's still at home.
Come on, yeah, she don't say shit. Up out of here.
Yeah, that's reach out for
Ain't
it.
nobody about to be in that position telling you it's okay.
Somebody gotta resolve it.
Right.
No, no.
He told me to make it.
Oh my
So
goodness.
say like, this girl likes to hug girls. She beats around a lot of girls. So can I make an inference that she's gay?
He's sweaty.
Okay, just.
So don't use it, man.
Oh my
Man,
God.
but this team has. Win our relationship.
We win.
Oh, 10.
Okay.
We're getting stumped. We're getting stumped right
You got back on the right and stuff?
I'm on the
Alright, so get ready to end it.
Hold on, wait.
now.
Man, you are so God, dude. What you doing?
I saw you. I know she's gonna do something. She wants to know how to speak.
Just so
I know she's gonna do something stupid.
Like my
I swore she said no.
What's wrong? What you said?
don't
What you say?
We are destroying. Yeah.
There we go, Marquis. Throw some.
we won now. I'm finna stop.
Yeah. I didn't already done 2 of them things.
Oh, you want to say something about it? Say something about it?
You want to stop?
Stop! Hey! Who gave her the power to do this?
Yes, there we go.
Please go eat this. My hands hurt.
Look. Damn, shit.
I'm so tired of this. Dude. I'm finna put my hands on her.
Bro,
What you trying to say?
we got 15.
Just look.
15. Andy.
Right, please. I ain't
Oh,
talking to
who
you.
got 5?
We whooped them 15-5. It's stunk. It's over for them. They're not coming back. They really. It's no comeback. Stop.
Okay.
Better. Better. No.
You got 6
Mine?
Don't be over there talking.
Don't do like that.
I like to have a milk.
The man was
Wait, wait a minute. Can you go end it?
Oh, God.
Miss Ripley, you can go
What's she
eat.
saying?
Yes.
Marquis, drop some.
Really finna throw this computer
Oh,
over
let
here.
me go ahead and jump the camera.
Type text. Type concept.
A tree. And then I'm gonna watch.
You can.
They catch it. Oh, nice.
Alright, I'm getting ready to end it. Day shift and night shift must come to an end.
We whooped them so.
Alright, let's see what we have here.
Bruh.
Alright, somebody from
I don't let her.
it was my they should state that I think the author will continue the book because he says till next time. Alright. That is not an example of
You can touch it. I dropped it up there.
I'm so sorry. I didn't put.
Ouch.
I put the definition, but I didn't put
Y'all want trash on my dick.
Boy, I said it.
You sleep, daddy.
No!
That's mine.
Alright.
That look
The
good.
person made an inference about the text that was about ice cream. This food is cold and creamy. Comes in many different flavors. It's tasted and loved by both adults and children.
Oh.
Alright, inference is simply a guess. Alright, inference is simply a guess. Other words, if listen, come quiet. So if I am crying silently, if I am crying silently, alright, that means I am what?
Sad.
Sad. Alright, so you can make an inference or take a guess without direction.
You ain't got no period or capital. This girl like the we ain't got no points, man.
Alright. I explicitly told her to clean her room. Alright, I can go with that one. Very good.
I'm big like shit. Oh, I like that one.
Alright.
Keep me in.
I told y'all not to.
Ah,
Me
that's so
too.
sunny.
that was not my fault. That was a kitty room.
You do. Alright.
Directly to your face.
Alright. That came directly to Donna.
That don't hurt. That ain't me. That's how.
Alright.
Right there.
What does it mean?
I drew it.
And I wrote it.
Right there.
Alright. It actually have a meaning.
They go like cat. They
Alright,
go like cat. They go like cat.
3 legs, sir.
They go put my cat. It's still better than yours.
Alright, so quiet.
Exactly.
It's a bobcat. It's a big
Alright,
old.
textual evidence. From the
It's a big old bobcat. Shut
original
up.
or
You
other
a good bobcat.
it's not textual evidence, it's facts and details.
What they gonna do with bobcat? You got your
There ain't no bobcat.
Why would you put my stuff in the regular? They got 3 legs. They got 2 legs in the front, 1 leg in the back. And then they got a tail. But
Alright, so listen. Alright, I use text evidence to see if Aaliyah found out who
Shoot that cat.
stole her car. So what the cat had to do with Aaliyah stealing the car?
I never let it on my dead.
Alright, I say that her dad. Look, you can't even look at mine and you. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Jonathan. Alright. I don't know. Alright. Cite. The kids cited things to their teachers so they could leave the
Who said they gonna beat
class.
Jefferson County?
Alright. Say the Trojans.
I like that.
Should be capitalized. The Trojan beat
So-
Jefferson.
Saying we ain't important.
Alright, I can rock with that one.
Yeah, big me.
That was me.
That was me.
Alright, it said outside that her dad.
Y'all just dancing. I'm looking at y'all.
Game.
Children.
It says that was out the game Friday.
Y'all children.
I can't go with that one.
Who is it?
I have a dream.
Who wrote it?
They go my stuff right there, man.
What be quiet?
Alright, so
Exactly.
alright.
You got
Side,
feel
but
like
on
what?
the side,
And I ain't like strawberry.
Who wrote this?
Anaya.
Yeah.
Who wrote this?
Oh, who wrote this? I'm finna suck it in the face.
Okay, so
Let me come on.
alright. So listen. Alright, so listen. Alright, listen. Alright, now
You don't
I
support us.
like her quote, but I'm neutral with this. Alright, I don't have no side.
You clearly do if you pick the
I-
red side, the
I
green
ain't
side.
picking nobody's side. But her message is clear.
Leave me alone.
So,
Leave me alone.
alright.
You're
Get
very
that
been Trojans.
Man, on my
Alright,
daddy.
now, listen up. Now, they gonna get you out the class over with.
We will
Alright.
body slam her. Oh, God, we finna jump you on my
I feel
daddy.
bad.
Man, y'all ain't
Two of you for this man.
Who
Swap.
win? You know you finna
Come on,
get
laugh
slammed
before you
out.
blow them out.
What is that?
Drop it.
You did. You drew that.
Keenan, Keenan, who hit Keenan?
Like it look like some milk.
Alright,
What? No
I did not
way. It
hear
was a
it.
circle and a line.
62 is crazy.
Why you don't? How, I mean,
Be quiet tonight.
why you don't capitalize your
Miss
stuff?
Whitmore, you wanna talk
The
about
bird is bird.
That's a circle in the line.
I kind of understand.
Yeah, I understand it. That's
We
a
get
good
up on the table.
alright.
That's little DJ.
Oh yeah, I wrote that. Let's go.
Oh, I thought that was
Let's go. Yeah, yeah.
I did.
What is
What
that?
y'all do?
them games.
What
are-
is that? You gotta put an X on
Them
this.
games. Come on now. Come on now.
What is that? Oh yeah, that's an eye that drew that.
I swear somebody said one more thing bad about our team.
We have night shift.
Yes! Yes! She wasn't even finished.
We did though. We got night shift.
It should be Jiraiya. MRS.
That's a
what that's
School
for?
shooter.
What MRS?
Yeah, you gave me that.
That's for Mary. You supposed to know the difference between MS.
You married?
Oh no.
MRS.
Hold on, that's
Right,
right.
Yes.
Yes.
This got to do with running.
What about?
I'm because of the sentence and not.
Oh, I did. I drew that. I drew that. I drew that. We still won. Hey, wait a minute. I was daytime. You was not.
Good job.
I'm on night shift.
I'm on night shift,
too.
I'm on night shift. Big night shift. Yeah.
Alright, so we have already some
How you gonna say great job when I lost? Really lost.
Marquis, be quiet.
Alright, so we have already completed our Bell Ringer vocabulary review for test. Alright, now we will talk about our skills, standards, and lesson objectives. Then we will work in our already book. We'll complete an anchor chart, and then we will work on a Master Connect assignment, and then we will close out at the end. Alright.
Somebody was knocking at the door.
Alright. So let's look at our standards and objectives. I need a volunteer.
I'll read it.
Alright, Donovan, read the standards, including the abbreviation, the numbers, and the sentence beside it.
Standards. RI 7.1 and RL 7.1. Several pieces of textual evidence to support analysis of what the text says explicitly as well as inferences drawn from the text. Objectives. Students will do the following. Use the use the textual evidence along with the background knowledge to make reasonable inferences about an informational text. Cite two or more pieces of text evidence to support an inference drawn from the text.
Alright, so the objectives are what you will be doing in this class. So okay, so we are on lesson 5. Alright, we are on lesson 5, where it deals with citing evidence to support emphasis. Alright, the rest of the stories that we're going to be dealing with for today and tomorrow are short stories. Short stories are short works of fiction. Alright, fictions are fiction true or not true? Are they real or
Not
not
true.
real?
Not true. Not
Real.
real.
I mean, not
Fiction not real.
Alright, not real. Alright, here are a few characteristics of a short story. They have a few characters. Alright, they focus on one major event or conflict.
Oh.
They have a unity theme, character setting, and plot. And they usually are written to entertain people. Alright, log off of your Chromebook, turn to page 45. 45, 45. And so, let me give you example here. Alright, so we are reading a paragraph and you run across a word that you do not know the meaning to. What can you use in this sentence to help you understand what that word is? Just say it out loud. Context clues, very good. You use context clues to help you learn words. Alright, that you do not directly know the meaning to. Alright, so let's look at these paragraphs here. You have four paragraphs. You have three at the top and one at the bottom. Alright, volunteer for paragraph 1, Donovan, Jasmine 2, and Markevius 3. And then at the end, after we finish working on the anchor chart, we will read the last paragraph. Alright, let's roll. Let's go. 1.
Have you ever looked at something that interested you, such as a hot air balloon or a telescope, and tried to figure out how it works? An analysis is an examination of how the different parts of something works together. When you read a story, you analyze how its parts, its characters, settings, and events work together to create meaning.
Some story details are explicit or clearly stated. Jesse was excited about going to the museum is an example of an explicit detail. You know that Jesse is excited and why, but story information can also be less direct. You might have to make an inference or an educated guess based on details in the story and your own knowledge to figure out what's going on.
3.
Watch. After his dad had gone upstairs, Petey clenched his fist and stomped out of the room to go get a bucket and fill it with soapy water. His dad had just told him they were having company that evening and that Petey had to help out by doing some extra chores. Petey had finished all of his work and studied all that day and had planned on spending the afternoon reading his new comic book, Now Mopping Floors and Dusting Shelves.
Alright, so now let's look at the chart. It says using details from the text and your own knowledge, fill in the blanks in the chart below. Alright, the first piece of evidence say Pete clenched his fist, and what else he did after he clenched his fist?
Stomped out the room.
Alright, so write that response on those lines. Alright. He stomped out of the room. Stomped out of the room. Let's look at our second piece of evidence. It say Pete had planned on spending the afternoon doing what? Reading his new comic book and not what?
Mopping floors and dusting shelves.
Alright. Not mopping floors and dusting the shelves. So write that in the next 2 lines. Next 2-3 lines. Alright, let's look at our background knowledge. Alright, somebody read the background knowledge for me, Donovan.
When people clench their fists and stomp out of a room, these are signs that they are
Angry.
Angry or mad, very good. Alright, when people clench their fists and stomp out of the room, they are angry or mad. Alright, so remember that evidence plus background knowledge equal what? Inference. Alright, that is the formula. Alright, evidence plus background knowledge equal evidence. Alright, that is your formula. Let's look at the inference here. Alright, so what inference can we make that Pete is angry about what?
Having to do
not having to
chores.
clean.
Having to do extra chores, very good. Having to do extra chores. Write that down. Having to do extra chores. Waiting on a few more people to finish writing. Alright, let's turn to the next page, please. Now here, you are going to read a short story about two criminals who kidnapped a child and hold him down for ransom. Alright, so go ahead on and read to yourself. When you finish reading to yourself, I want you to use the details from the passage to predict whether Sam and Bill Clyde will succeed. It states that a prediction is a type of inference. It is a reasonable guess that you need to support with your evidence. You're going to complete the chart below. So Ms. Wimble is going to give you 15 minutes to do so. So I will come back to 36.
You want us to read the whole thing?
Just read the information on page 46 only. We come to 47 afterwards. Remember, all right, when you working on the chart, it say explore how to answer this prompt. It say passage to predict whether Sam and Bill plot will succeed. So when it's ask you the question for the inference, it say I predict that Sam and Bill plot. All right, you supposed to write whether or not it is going to fail or proceed. In the inference box, you're supposed to write whether they're playing with whether Bill and Sam playing will succeed or fail. All right, remember they trying to kidnap this boy. Alright, were they successful in kidnapping or were they not successful? Gonna get to it at the end, but write down your response. So you supposed to use your evidence and background knowledge to help you make a decision on whether Sam and Bill plot will succeed or fail. Thumbs up if you are finished the chart. Thumbs down if you need a little bit more time with your chart. Alright, so let's have a discussion here. Alright, so let's look at the information on the evidence. Sit up, Duncan. I say, but wait till I tell you is the first evidence. The second evidence say the kid was in the street, and what goes after that? All right, very good. Throwing rocks at the kitten on the opposite fence. On the opposite fence, okay. The next piece of evidence states that the boy catches Bill neatly in the
Piece of bread.
All right, very good. In the eyes of a piece of brick. Now, the background knowledge is already presented for you. Somebody read the background knowledge.
Throwing rocks at cats and people is mean. It suggests that the boy is hard to deal with.
Alright, so they already gave you enough piece of information right there for you to make an inference whether or not Sam and Bill will succeed or fail with the plot. Raise your hand if you think that they will succeed. Raise your hand if you think they will fail. Alright, okay. So I need somebody to provide me with the reason why they would fail.
I said, I think that Sam and Bill's plot will fail because the child is hard to deal with.
Alright, that is accurate. Alright, that is correct. Alright, so their plan, their plot to kidnap the boy is unsuccessful. All right, it failed. All right, first of all, the boy that they trying to get, he's okay. So they can't move on with their plan. Make sure you have that if you did not already have it. Make sure you have it on your paper in the chart that their plan failed and why. He told you that the plan failed because the boy was hard to deal with. Write it down. All right, thumbs up if you have it. Okay, so everybody have it. All right, so go ahead on to page 47 and fourth paragraph. Notice that in your close reading, it tells you to underline at least two details that help you understand Bill's feelings about the boy. All right, then I want you to answer the question. It gives you a hint on how to answer the question. Giving y'all 10 minutes to do so.
Alright.
Okay, I'm coming around.
Kenny been feeling that for a little bit. So I'm my
I'm
dog.
in the toilet every night.
Alright, so let's have a discussion. Alright, so there are two details that you need to support these two details that help you understand Bill's feelings about the board. You need two details to help you understand Bill's feelings about the board.
First one, X.
I can go after that.
She needs to know.
Alright, I need a volunteer to read to me one sentence that we should have underlined to support Bill's feelings about the boys. Go ahead, Jasmine.
I never lost my nerve yet till we kidnapped that two-legged skyrocket of a kid.
Alright, somebody else read another one. Get my popsicle stick.
Bill. Oh, never mind.
Try to read the second one. Alright, so I am about to pour a popsicle stick. Mashaya.
I ain't attempting safety to the celebrating.
I'm gonna pull another popsicle stick. Kenya. Alright, Jasmine. Read the second one that we should have underlined.
Bill begged me cheerfully to make the ransom $1,500 instead of $2,000.
Alright, so if you don't have it correct, please correct your sentence. If you do not have the correct sentence underlined, please correct your sentence. Okay, let's look at the question that we been asked, it say, why does Bill want to make the boy ransom $1,500 instead of 2,000? The information in blue in your book, the hint is asks you to look for text evidence suggesting that Bill thinks a $2,000 ransom is too much. Alright, so let's look at what text evidence you have here. Alright, can you read the information that you have?
But we're dealing with humans, and it ain't human for for that 40-pound chunk of freckled wildcat. Which means that he doesn't believe that anybody should pay that much money for that little boy since he's so fat.
Alright, that is true. Alright, so read the question that they asking us to answer for us.
What?
Alright, and what are our choices? What can we mark out? What can we say that's incorrect? That no way.
A.
Alright, so we can mark out A. What else can we mark out?
B.
Okay, so our two choices are what?
C and
B and C.
See.
Oh my lord.
Alright, so the correct answer is what?
C.
C.
The Y
Can you
has
read
it.
to me what's besides C?
He thinks the boy is so difficult that his parents might not want to spend so much money to get him back.
Okay, very good. So at this time, close your iReady book. Open your Chromebook to Mastery Connect.
Every kid's right.
No, I'm probably learn about it at home.
you got the books.
Go. Alright, so Lisa, let me have a conversation with you right quick. Alright, so the assessment that you are getting ready to take is reading literature. Alright, you have a second article that you have to read that's reading information. Alright. Please understand that reading information is a little bit different than reading literature, okay? Alright, so this one only consists of 4 questions. When you finish that one, then you will do the reading information, and it has 13 questions to it, okay? So Ms. Wimley is going to give you our 15 minutes. Alright, this is the code 15752. Seven, five, two. If you finish your 1 through 4 Master Connect early, I am going to go ahead on and give you the code for your reading information. The TV, you got to log into the other one. You're gonna log into the first one that they use, the 150752. That's the one that has 4 questions. Alright, the next code, for those of you who are finished early, is 5568483.
On camera.
Wait, hold on, look, don't put down. Look, this one, this thing. I said you made 100. That's the engine system, alright? Oh, now this is.
I think
Listen, people, there's been on and off a glitch in the system. Alright, where students score one thing and the system shows something else is being fixed and worked on. So no need to hesitate. Wembley. Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am, I do. All right, yes, ma'am. All right. My cheerleaders, raise your hand. All right, so at 10 minutes after 2, y'all gonna log off your Chromebook. Cheerleaders only. So Kamaya and Jariah, if y'all not finished with y'all question, you'll pause it till tomorrow, log off your Chromebook and charge it up.
It's about 10 more minutes.
ain't no way in that.
Big boy.
They said cheerleader football player.
No, damn, I said cheerleading, boy.
Girl, be quiet.
You be quiet.
Come quiet. Dude, oh my God, right? What happened when you quit?
I ain't clicked. I see him in the read.
Money, bro. Keep me on TV. I know it.
I like it. We got number 10.
Sorry. No, casual.
No, my profile.
Doesn't matter when
Again?
That's the thing. You gotta use the hard piece.
Literally, you need to stop talking.
No,
That's
that's
like
good.
the same word. That's
I be gapping. Put them on the camera, I'm gapping.
the answers.
I was gonna ask him when he got on his first test on my joke.
He made 100. Right.
Alright, my non-cheerleading students, in the next 10 minutes, we are going to, if you have not finished,
Chili right now.
your assignment, next 10 minutes, we gonna pause it and start back till tomorrow.
Chili, you got 6 more minutes.
And then we're gonna close down our phone books, and then I'm going to need a closure, I'm gonna need a takeaway.
Alright, thank you.
That was a slow.
Okay, do my.
Top three. What the fuck?
Oh, I ain't even read through it.
So lucky. Football players do that. Football players are more valuable.
What?
Yes, you're right.
Bro, we all here.
Monica, yeah, yeah. Who the dead job?
17, 13 miles an hour.
Okay, and
I don't pick it off. I'm just typing.
stop playing. Boy. You're not even better than that. Oh, listen. Oh, what the fuck?
Kamaya ain't even finished with this. Oh, who said that shit? Okay,
Picture me. Oh,
For real.
I'm big boy. Big boy.
What's your
Big
name?
boy.
What?
7
We did not ask.
dude, I'm a faster person than you. Then you know this. That is bad.
You don't want this boy.
I don't look at that.
Y'all add me, y'all scared. Add me, y'all scared.
Good afternoon, Hammond County Middle School. At this time, I need cheerleaders to release to Miss McLean's room. I need band members released to the band hall. And I need football players released to Coach Adams' room.
Hold
That's
on,
room 22.
hold on, before y'all leave.
Do not be loud. I'm trying to do things
Hold
well.
on,
Do not be loud and cross the halls of the house.
Hold on. Alright, so can you give me one thing that you learned today?
I learned more about my vocabulary words.
Okay,
I learned that informational text isn't like it's one of it's where
Hurry up and get to the point, please.
if you don't have a vocabulary. Alright, well, just stop right there, he interrupted you, go ahead.
Wow.
informational text is information for one paragraph.
Okay,
Cheerleaders,
what you learned today? Hey, Candace, what happened today?
See you guys later. Yes, my boy.
Done, that's going to William Carey.
I feel bad for them.
William Carey, the video.
She tell them I want to go to college.
Alright, somebody share what they learned.
I learned my vocabulary.
Okay, you learned your vocabulary words. Alright, anybody else wanna share? Alright, what information did y'all learn from out of the textbook? Okay, what is the formula that we use to create an
Evidence.
evidence plus you know here evidence?
Evidence.
And example.
Oh, hold on, right. Talk so
Educated.
somebody say evidence today, take away evidence.
Educated guess.
Plus what?
Inference.
No, inference is class.
Inference.
Yes.
Inference.
It's
Hold on.
What's missing right here? Evidence plus start with a B.
B.
Basic clues. Background knowledge.
Background knowledge.
She said it.
Alright, very good. Alright, so evidence plus background knowledge.
One more thing. We're gonna dismiss and go to seventh period when the bell rings. That's when you'll bring your classes to the auditorium, once they get in the seventh period. Thank you.
Next one. You should be proud of her. She's the one that said it.
Yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Right, so what about the reading passages? Alright, did y'all learn anything out of those? Out of the reading passages, was there anything that you?
Are those annoying?
What the word ransom was.
Alright, ransom. Okay, yeah, okay.
Who's that gonna be? Here.
What's she saying?
Alright.
Go ahead.
in case y'all didn't read it.
Okay, so log out of your Chromebooks, log out, sign out. Alright, I need one person. You gonna do left to right. So Desmond, take up the Chromebook for you and Kenya. Alright, Desmond, take up the Chromebook for you and Mashaya and plug it up. And Akeem, take up the Chromebook for you and Anaya and plug it up.
Does it have to be in order?
My recording for today. All right.